My family name, the one that almost all of us share, is on my mom's mother and father's side, which is Ferguson. My name originally was Watkins, but it was changed when my mom remarried to Martin. I was in the school system already as Martin, so I never thought to change it back, but my brothers did. I was born in Virginia, but my mom, when her and my dad divorced, we moved north to Buffalo, New York, of all places. And I guess I hit the school system in the heyday of public schooling. There are several people growing up that were entirely influential, particularly teachers. Like, it's amazing how you remember full names when those people have an impact on you. Like, Rosemary Barney was my 4th grade teacher, and she's the first person that put me in a play. And I was one of those kids who was almost scared to speak because I had that really thick Southern accent when we moved up to Buffalo. So it was amazing that she even got me on stage to do that. And suddenly this whole new world opened up to me. There's times when my Southern accent will creep back in, and it's definitely there when I talk to my family. It's almost like speaking another language, right? If I sounded like this, there's many people in my family who would say, well, why are you talking like that? So I would have to go back into my accent. But when I get really tired, sometimes it just pops out, or angry. I do remember the first moment I recognized discrimination, and it was a weird space because I was still really, really young. I was still living in Virginia. I spent a lot of time with my cousins. There was like 50 of us running around at any given times at my grandmother's house. And I remember there was talk of going to school. Now, I didn't go to school in Virginia. I moved to Buffalo by the time I was going to school, but my cousins were going to school. And I remember that we went to the school because they had a great playground. There were white kids there who I'd never seen before. And it wasn't so much that we were discriminated against because we were black. It felt like we were discriminated against because we were poor. And that's the first time I realized that we were poor. I had no idea before then. What in my family gets passed down from generation to generation? Some recipes for sure. My family is Southern, right? So there's a whole lot of soul food involved whenever we all get together. So I don't know how to do these things, but there's definitely a way to make collard greens. There's definitely a way to make macaroni and cheese. There's definitely a way to make potato salad. And don't ever show up with a pumpkin pie. It's all sweet potato pie all day long. I wish that in my family we had used technology to record some of the older stories. Because I don't think we asked enough questions from, our great-grandmother and great-grandfathers. It's very easy as a kid to think, I don't need to hear the stories. And then when they're not there anymore, you really wish you could ask things. There's several things about my family I'm really proud of, but one thing that I will always, always appreciate and enjoy is the fact that we really know how to have a good time. We laugh a lot. So Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with the Fergusons, off the chain.